Deadman mode Armageddon is less than a month away, and tons of people are going to be jumping into this Deadman just to make some quick gold on the main game. And honestly, who can blame them, because the swap rates are absolutely wild at the start of each Deadman tournament, making it hands down one of the best moneymakers in old school RuneScape. Today I'm going to break down 7 money-making methods that you can do at the very start of Deadman that will translate into possibly hundreds of millions of main game gold. I'm not talking about your typical agility pyramid methods either. We're going to be getting down into the weeds here to find some even better methods for making that money. Quickly before I get started though, I do want to point out that we were recently accepted to the Starforge affiliate program, meaning we now have a link if you want to provide some extra support to the channel and you are looking for some quality PCs at some genuinely good prices. Go and check out the link in the description. As a matter of fact, Starforge is doing something crazy right now for old school RuneScape specifically. This has me excited, bro. They are running an old school RuneScape limited edition PC. The case on this thing is sweet. Not only that though, they have several display plate light things that you can choose from. Obviously, the wise old man is the best one. And on top of all that, through July 21st, you can get yourself 12 months of old school RuneScape membership and 5 additional plate lights. Like I said, go check this out. Use the link down below. Shout out to Starforge. I've been in a position to grab affiliate links for a while now, but have refrained from doing so because I haven't found a quality product that I wanted to, push to anybody. But I'm telling you, Starforge has got their game down packed. Go check it out. Let's go ahead and get started with an easier money-making method. This is fishing and cooking. At the start of each Deadman mode, food is scarce. Therefore, people pay an arm and a leg to get their hands on some food. Your best bet at the very start is to just rush for salmon and tuna. You're gonna need 30 fishing for salmon, and experience is just so fast in this mode. I would suggest that you just drop down south of Lumbridge to fish and cook up to level 30. I would then move over to the Barbarian Stronghold to fish and then bank your salmon. And the reason I would go here rather than like the Gnome Stronghold or anything is because each inventory of cooked salmon you should be instantly taking over to the Grand Exchange and selling. Don't just dump them there either. Try beforehand to figure out the best price by insta-buying one of the salmon and then dropping your sell price to just below that. You could also insta-sell that one salmon to see if there is a good flipping margin, because honestly, you would be surprised at how big the margins can get sometimes. Another thing I would check is to see if that people are selling raw salmon and if you can make money cooking raw salmon. In the last tournament, I made absolute bank and I didn't have to fish at all. After I was able to cook salmon, I literally just started cooking. The raw salmon was selling at like half the price of cooked salmon, so I was almost doubling my money each time, aside from whatever burnt. But this worked for tuna as well. If you want to continue fishing though, when it comes to tuna, you might try heading over to Catherby if you have some protection time. But honestly, you might just be better off sticking with salmon and then using the money from that to flip both tuna and salmon. Speaking of flipping, this is the next method that I want to talk about because you should be making your money make you money. Foods, potion, runes, and bones are all incredibly easy flips at the start of each tournament, and I would constantly check the margins on these items because sometimes they are absolutely massive. When it comes to non-combat methods, those are about the only 2 that I want to talk about, mainly because I prefer making money while training combat, because this can end up snowballing into bigger and better ways to make money in the first place. So let's go ahead and start off with a method that I really wanted to avoid, but seeing as how it's the best way to train your prayer while on your protection timer, and we need that prayer for another method, let's go ahead and talk about lava dragons. All that I want here is 37 prayer rather than the gold. But that being said, some of the drops you can get here definitely make you some gold. We're gonna need 9 kills in total for 37 prayer if we are burying the bones on the isle. Less than that if we use the wilderness altar. I'm undecided here as to whether or not I will use the altar, because I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible in order to be able to move on to the next method while I'm still under protection. And I'm honestly not sure if using the altar will save time, being that I would have to walk all the way there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, but regardless, after I end up getting 37 prayer, I'm gonna work my way down to the next money-making method I want to go over, and that is zombie pirates. Protect from mage is required for this, and combat-wise, mage is gonna work. Range might be a bit faster, but since we trained magic at the lava, dragons, beggars cannot be choosers here. But these zombie pirates can be huge for several reasons. First being a 1 in 24 chance at the pirate key, as well as all of the alchable loot, rune weapons, rune armor, dragon weapons. These can be some insane money right off the bat. I might even quickly get out of the first bracket for 1 extra hour of protection right off the start, just to really reap in the benefits of these zombie pirates. Not even mentioning that their combat level and health is so low that farming them in mass is easy. This does cause a bit of a problem though, of not receiving any sigils, which my next method has a chance to solve, and that is Wilderness Slayer. If I was going the Wilderness Slayer route, I would do the museum quiz right off the bat and maybe the waterfall quest as quickly as possible, to then just slay as much as I possibly could during the protection timer. I may even just, fingers crossed, get a task that I can safe spot with mage, which would allow me to skip waterfall quest. But Wilderness Slayer can be big if you happen to be lucky enough, both because of Laren's keys as well as sigils. And I even believe that emblems are dropped from Wilderness Slayer as well, which would mean that you'd be able to get some valuable resources from the emblems. The last method that I have to go over here is a little bit more laid back, a bit more relaxed way to train up some range, and that is safe spotting Czar. This is a bit of a strange ad here, as it's not a huge moneymaker. You're not gonna walk out of this incredibly rich, but some decent things can come out of it if you are lucky, like the obsidian cape and shield, as well as some gems in Toggle, 4 gems in runes or whatever. Honestly, I wouldn't waste up protection time doing this. Definitely not in the first bracket at least, because you're gonna need range levels to kill these efficiently. But this might be a good way to kind of tuck into a corner and passively train a bit. Let me know down in the comments what you guys plan on doing to make that early game money in this Deadman mode tournament. If you made it this far in the video, made it down below for an extra shout out. But that's all the information I wanted to go over. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.